Joey didn't touch her food or sleep a single minute that night. She was terrified. What were they going to do to her? How can they be worried about what's happening to the others while hurting her? She wished she could call Eddie, although she wasn't sure he'd answer anymore. She had so much time to think, and everything on her mind hurt her heart. How was she supposed to go back to her life after this? When everything was so different? She was still so in love with Eddie. How would she ever be able to fall out of it? And her kids. God, her kids. She couldn't think of her family anymore. Because she really didn't know how she fit into that family anymore, and she couldn't handle the thought of it. But focusing on what was going to happen to her, well, that wasn't any easier on the heart. The next morning came quick.
Good morning, Josephine. I hope you slept well. We are ready to start day 1 of our trials. Are you as excited as we are?
I'm not excited at all. I'm scared. Of you? Of what's about to happen? Of my life now? How can I be excited for something unknown? What's going to go on today?
Don't worry. You're going to learn all about the process in a few minutes.
He took her down a long hallway with a bunch of closed doors on either side of it. Room after room of secrets. He finally stopped at one and opened the door for her. It was white inside and smelled sterile, like a hospital would. He led her to a chair in the middle of the room, facing a giant window. It looked like some kind of viewing room was on the other side. Her heart started pounding, and she could feel the sweat beginning to pool in various places. He started strapping her in.
Wait, what are you doing? I don't want to be locked into this chair. Let me go. I don't want to be here anymore. Please just take me home.
I'm strapping you in for your own safety. It's going to be okay. Just cooperate with the doctor, and you may be able to go home later this week. It's all up to you.
She was about to ask him more questions, plead for her life, but before she could think of what to say next, he had turned and walked out the door, closing it behind him and leaving her trapped there, alone, unable to move. She did the only thing she could, cry. A few minutes and hard cries later, the door swung open, and a doctor walked in holding a clipboard and whistling like this was some ordinary and scheduled checkup. People started to fill the viewing room in front of her,